Welcome to my attempt at solving the JavaScript medium problem. I'll start my timer. Okay, so got the medium example. I need to create a JSMDI HTML file. Here's my project that's already set up, and so I need to create a new HTML file. JSMDI and EDI. Don't need any of that. So now we go back and we want to put the template inside. Copy that, paste it there. So let's take a quick look at what we have. The meta viewport is used with Bootstrap so that I have a responsive page. The shim is to make sure that the IE8 works with HTML5 elements and media queries. Include the jQuery library, include the Bootstrap CSS and the Bootstrap JavaScript that allows that to run. Defined a style that defines 3 classes that basically set the background color to blue, red, and yellow. And notice in IntelliJ IDEA they show the colors. That's just a very nice benefit. And then I have the problem to write a JavaScript program to validate the student's phone number. Check to make sure that my Apache web server is running, and it is. So now I can go to my browser. I personally like Chrome for this kind of work because I'll show you, it has a very nice debugging and inspection tool. JSMDI.html. Here's my thing. So to start the debugger, or the tools, the Chrome tools for debugging, you can see I can see the HTML code in the you should see the HTML code that's being rendered. I have a console that shows me the JavaScript output. So let's switch back to the text, the code, the raw code. And so we need to grab the phone number input. So I'm going to create a variable phone input and assign that to the jQuery selector. So I grab all the inputs whose name is equal to phone number. Oops. That. So what I've done is I select all the inputs whose attribute name is equal to phone number, and that is my jQuery object. So I grab this input here, not the one that's name is name. So now I want to get the phone number. So var phone number equals phone input dot val. So now I've got the string for the phone, whatever is typed into the phone number input. I forgot that I want to run this on when someone clicks the button. So a function. So I create a function that will run when the button is pressed, that then grabs the right input and then grabs the phone number, and now I need the regular expression to match the phone number. Var phone regx equals, and what is the phone number regx? Well, I don't remember off the top of my head, so Google is your friend. JavaScript phone number format. Well, that's phone number. Oh, there's regx right there. Stack Overflow, gotta be careful with Stack Overflow. Actually, let's take a look at another one. Well, let's actually go to, I found this nice site. Come on. Regex lib. Regular expression library. Great site. Gives you zillions of regular expressions. I want phone number. Did it work? No, it didn't. Ah, there we go. So I want one sort of like this. So let's try this. Copy that. And so regular expression in JavaScript is you put a slash, your regular expression, slash, and then you give it the qualifiers. So I just put an I because I don't care. I'm ignoring the case for this string. And then we say var match equals phone regex dot exec on the phone number. And then let's see what that does. We need to reload. And so I want to step through my scripts. So here is my, I'm looking at my HTML file. It shows me the scripts. I can click here to set up a breakpoint at line 61. And so when it executes, I'll get there and it'll start the debugger. So I'm pausing the debugger. So I execute that. I grab the phone number, and you can see here where I've got my value, my variables, my local variables. Phone number is empty, which is correct. Step over again. The regex is defined, and the match is null. So the empty string did not match, so that's good. So let's try 555-1234. Validate the phone number. Again, we're in the debugger. Set those up. What does the match give us? Match is now an array, so it's not null, and it did match that. So we have something. So that is a valid phone number. So continue on our way. Now let's see if I can get an area code. 808, oops, or 800. Validate the phone number. Step over, step over, step over. What's the match? It's an array, so it matched but ignored my phone number. It's still matched. So let's try something like 4 digits. And the match still matches. So it's not doing the right thing. So this regular expression is not doing what I want it to do. So now we got to go work on the regular expression. So what is this saying? Option, ooh, I don't like this or, because it's going to match. So I don't like the way that's working. So let's start from, not scratch, but get the idea of, I want to say D3, right? So 3 digits, that would be the area code, and I want that to be optional. So that will say, optionally I have 3 digits, and then I have a space or a dash or perhaps a period. Actually, no period because the description says space or dash. That's optional. And then I want 3 digits followed by a space or a dash. Optionally, followed by let's try that regular expression. So I changed my source code, saved it, I reload. See the change, the code is different. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we get? The match is an array, so we've successfully matched. So let's try continue. Let's try 800. Step, step, step. And it matched the full area code. So that's good. That is working much better than the other one. Let's see if we can get it. Let me move this. I'm going to move the breakpoint to the match. Let's try the 4. And we step over, and it matched because of I don't have the caret at the beginning. So I want the caret. Continue, reload, space, 1, 2, 3, 4. See what the match is. And it didn't match. It did not match, so successfully did not match. Let's see if I can get it to match a valid one. And I got a match. My array is not null, so I have a regular expression that is correctly validating the phone numbers. So let's just continue on our merry little way. So now I've got to see if the match is equal to null. That means there is not a match. It did not match, so that is not a valid phone number. So what do we want to do? We want to set the phone inputs class to the red background. So we say phone input, which is the input. We want to add class red. Oops. So that will add the class to that particular input, which will then be styled to set the background color to red. Now, if there is a match, we want to ensure that the red is not there anymore. So we just do the same thing, but now we move the class red. So that will clear the red coloring from the input if it is a valid phone number. So let's go back, make sure save, reload. I'm not going to worry about that, so I turn off my breakpoint so it will run, validate the phone number. It's not a valid phone number. 1, 2, 3, 4, valid phone number. It removed the red. Now if I put a 5 here, my regular expression is broken again because I do need to go in here and put the $sign says end of the line. Reload the page. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is invalid. I make it valid. It removed the red. That is correct. It has got the right behavior. I should be able to add and say that's a valid phone number. Oh, yes, because it stayed. It stayed white because optionally I don't need a space. And don't need a space. That's a valid phone number. I could add a dash and space. It's a valid phone number. But if I add a fourth digit, that is not a valid phone number. So my regular expression is working. The JavaScript is checking the phone number, and it is validating and setting the background to red. So I have successfully completed the mediums quiz in 15 minutes with a lot of extra bantering around. Remember, regular expression library is your friend. Also, the W3 schools on regular expressions and JavaScript is your friend. So thank you very much for paying attention.